What in the world just happened? It's week 1, and we already have a candidate for the game of the year. The Raiders just walked off the Ravens in one of the most bizarre games I think I've ever seen. At one point, ESPN gave Las Vegas a 98.8% chance to win the game. That was before they managed to somehow not score from the 1-yard line and throw an interception. That came right after the Raiders thought that they had won the game on a touchdown that got overturned. The Ravens got the ball back with a chance, but then Carl Nassib, who literally made history for being the first openly gay player to play in a game, forced a Lamar Jackson fumble. Oh yeah, and all that came in overtime after a fourth quarter that featured 3 total touchdowns, 2 of which in the last 6 minutes, and 2 field goals in the last 40 seconds of the game. I still can't even wrap my head around it. But before we really dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, smack that like button so YouTube actually helps us push out this video. This was supposed to be a big-time Monday Night Football matchup to start the season, and it ended up being a game for the ages. The Raiders were really good at times in 2020, but they seemed to just not be able to put it all together. They even beat the Chiefs at one point. On the other hand, Lamar Jackson took a huge step back last year, and he still has a lot to prove in 2021. But it doesn't help that 3 of his projected starting running backs are now out for the year, and Baltimore has just been left scrambling since. The first half of the contest wasn't very exciting to say the least. It ended up being 14-10 Ravens, and while the Raiders' offense wasn't playing well, the defense helped them hang around no matter what. Third quarter ended up being very defensive, and then all of a sudden the Ravens are up a touchdown going into the fourth quarter of a game that's honestly kind of been rather boring up to this point, minus just being able to watch Lamar Jackson be Lamar Jackson. After 3 quarters of football that's just completely defense-oriented, you're not supposed to have a crazy fourth quarter, let alone overtime, but here we are. The 2 trade scores, and then the Raiders tack on another touchdown to tie it up before the Ravens drive down the field and Justin Tucker drills a long 47-yard field goal to take the lead with 37 seconds left. That should have been the game, but it wasn't. Las Vegas responded with a Daniel Carlson 55-yarder. And I just gotta say, Allegiant Stadium was a madhouse. Overtime is where it really gets fun though. We all know how broken the overtime rules are, and because the Raiders won the toss, everyone kinda cemented that they were gonna win. Las Vegas on a crucial third down converted in a big way. Derek Carr stepped back and found Bryan Edwards, who went all the way to the house. At least they thought he did. Las Vegas was going crazy, and Lamar Jackson even went out with everybody else, and they all shook hands like the game had ended. But then the review came back, and the call was overturned. Edwards was 1 yard short of the goal line. Las Vegas only needed 1 yard to put the game away. On first down, Carr was stuffed, and then his false start backed up the Raiders to the 6. Twitter was going crazy, and everyone thought the Raiders were going to somehow blow it and let Lamar get the ball back after settling for a field goal. But instead, Willie Snead made a horrific play and all of a sudden causes an interception that gives the ball to Baltimore, only needing a field goal to seal the deal. All the momentum is on Baltimore's side, and it really feels like this one is over. The Ravens have the best kicker in the world, and they didn't even need to get that far to get in range. On a second down in their own territory, Jackson hit Mark Andrews, who somehow managed to drop the ball. That set up a third down where Lamar Jackson wasn't just sacked, but was strip sacked by none other than Carl Nassib. Nassib earned the honor of the first openly gay player to appear in an NFL game, and wow, did he have a huge day. The Raiders got the ball back, and well, I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to do. After a 1-yard run, Joe Gruden threw out his kicking team, but the Raiders got called for a delay of game. Seriously, that guy's coaching decisions are just absolutely baffling sometimes.
That's a Gruden grinder right there.
That forced Las Vegas to put its offense back out. And just on cue, Derek Carr tosses a 31-yard pass to Zay Jones to walk off the Ravens in the Raiders' first ever game at Allegiant Stadium. There are plenty of games that you watch and just go, wow. But Like, this game wasn't even that interesting for the first 3 quarters. Other than it being close, it wasn't really a good game. And then the 4th quarter was absolutely insane, and overtime filled it up with even more craziness. I can't think of many other games that compare to this in recent years. The Cowboys and Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football was wild, and people thought that it could end up being the game of the year, but it wasn't even the game of the week. Week 1 of the NFL season is finally done, and it's been so long sitting back and waiting for it. But this insane ending between the Raiders and Ravens really made that feeling kind of come back that we've all missed for so long. NFL football is back. Hey, thanks for watching. Click here on the right side of the screen to subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to, or you already do cause you're freaking awesome, go ahead and click here on the left side of the screen to watch some more videos. Also, check us out on social medias. We've been posting some TikToks, we've been posting on Instagram, and a bunch of stuff on Twitter as this NFL season is really getting off to a start.